Welcome to CITAM, Church Online. We are talking about transform, and this word is so powerful. It talks about what you see there, at least when we look at biology, how a caterpillar is able to change, is able to metamorph, it's able to transform and to become a butterfly. When you think about a caterpillar, you can't even envision it if you didn't know that such a creature as a butterfly existed. I doubt that you'd envision that this worm would be able to change and transcend its limitations and become this beautiful creature that flies, flaps its wings and is able to fly. And that's a picture, at least from the realms of creation, from biology. That's a beautiful picture of what Paul talks about in the book of Romans chapter 12 verse 2. He says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your minds." And so we see there that Paul is talking about the pathway through which that transformation comes. It's through the renewal of our minds. It's that our minds need to become new. Our minds need to become changed. Our minds need to experience that sense of removing the cobwebs. There are certain ideas and there may be certain beliefs that remain unexamined. And part of the transformation process is for you and I to examine those things or to question those things that often constrain us, things that hinder us. Let me give you an example, this time not from a biology world. Let's take a walk down memory lane. Let's borrow a leaf from history. In the space of history, there was a time when the world, the earth, was thought of as a flat space. And so that was an unquestioned idea. That was not something that anyone would, put up a fight against. That was something that was taken as a given. It was an assumption. It was unexamined. And then certain people come along and they begin to question and they say, it doesn't seem to be fitting well. It doesn't seem to be right. And they say, actually, this earth isn't flat. This earth is round. And at that time, they were condemned as heretics and all manner of things, all manner of labels were applied to them. But the point here, friends, is that Galileo Galilei, who ended up talking about the world, the earth as round, the earth as a sphere, he was proved right over time. And he was able to examine that which for the longest time had remained unexamined, that which for the longest time had remained unquestioned. And he was able to transform the worldview from one of thinking of the earth as flat to one of realizing that the earth is round, is a sphere. Why am I talking about biology and history? I want to apply it in reference to what God has told us in His Word. The Spirit of God inspiring Paul says, the way that you and I will transform, it's through a renewal of our minds. It's through the renewing of our minds. And so I want to submit to you, what are some of those things that are hindering you from radiating God's glory, from being all that God created you to be? And in a sense, they are like barriers. In a sense, they are constraining you. It could be things, beliefs, or ideas about yourself that are self-debilitating. They are limiting. They hinder you from realizing the potential that God envisioned for you to realize here on this earth. It could be things about you doubting yourself. It could be fear. I'm calling you today in this video to take a step towards transformation. And that transformation, the pathway to it is renewing your mind. It's thinking through some of those unquestioned ideas, some of those unexamined beliefs. And we'll be talking more about this in the next video. So I want to challenge you. In the words of Paul, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear your comments. Let's engage about transformation. God bless you.